Hello， 各位好，歡迎返嚟。Welcome back and hello. This is lesson 5 for Cantonese beginners class. Now, we already learned consonants, vowels, and sound changing, as well as ending sound. Today would be tones learning. A lot of people said tones in Cantonese were pretty complex. However, in my class, I'm gonna compare Cantonese tones with English vocabulary and make it easier for you to learn. Before we start learning the tones, just need to remember there are 6 tones in Cantonese. In Cantonese, there are only 6 tones. A lot of people said it had 9 tones, which is not correct, because sometimes t, p, or these ending sound might change the sound a bit, but these are not tones. So in Cantonese, you will only see number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You will never see number 7, 8, or 9. So it has 9 sounds, but 9 sounds are not 9 tones, and 6 tones, only 6 tones. Here is a picture of all the tones we have. So it has flat tones, rising, or falling, but I'll be grouping them into 3 groups. Number 1 is known as the high tone. High tone is tone 1, which sounds exactly the same as stressed syllables in English. What is stressed syllable in English? For example, we have listen, doing, lawyer, and father. These 4 you will see. The first syllable is stressed. Listen, doing, lawyer, father, right? And you have to remember the first tone is also the highest tone among all the tones in Cantonese. From the picture you will see number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other tones are lower than the first tone. So no matter how high or low your voice is, when you produce the first tone, you have to make sure it's the highest, and other tones could not go higher than the first tone. This is very important. And the second group is called rising tones. It's just like question tones in English. Rising tones contains tone 2 and 5. Though from this picture you will see the second tone and the fifth tone. The fifth one is a bit lower than the second one, but when you speak in conversation, these 2 are almost equal. So question tones in English could be found in the following sentences. Yes, what, where, who. All of these are called question tones or rising tones. You will see yes, what, the beginning, and the end. The ending sound is higher, and the beginning sound is a bit lower. So, tone 2, though, is relatively higher than tone 5, but to speed up your conversation, you don't have to pay attention to the details. And the last group is called low tones, and it has 3, 4, and 6, which sounds exactly the same as unstressed syllables in English. So let's take these words we learned just now as the example. The words listen, doing, and father. You will see the first stressed syllable is like our tone 1, and the second syllable is like our low tones, 3, 4, and 6. In this picture, you could find tone 4 is the lowest among all the tones, though number 4 is not the last number, but remember, tone 4 is the lowest. So lower than tone 3 and tone 6. So when the fourth tone appears together with either tone 3 or tone 6, you have to remember, you have to make the fourth tone even a bit lower than 3 and 6. You might be a bit confused, but now I have some mixed practice. In this table, I'm going to show you the characters with 語拼, which is our pronunciation tool. Then I will explain the Cantonese tones. I will use an English vocabulary to explain. 第一個, the first one is shrimp dumplings. 語拼 is 蝦餃 and it's the first tone plus the second tone. Remember, the first tone is our high tone and the second tone is our question tone. So high tone could be found in our stressed syllables. For example, father, father, fa, and question tone is what, fa, what, ha, gao. Then you get the correct sound. 第二個, second one, scientific, equals to a high tone plus a low tone. High tone is stressed syllables in English, and low tone is unstressed syllables in English. So we can take lawyer as the example. Lawyer, 科學. Very easy, right? 第三個, third one, too much or too many. That is second tone plus a high tone. So that is a question and a stressed syllable in English. So let's take what and lawyer again. What? Lawyer. What? Law. What? Law. 好多. Handsome or awesome. That is a question tone plus a low tone. Question tone can be found in what, and low tone is lawyer, year. What year? What year? 好勁. Continue. Netherlands, a low tone plus a high tone, which could be found in the word example. So example, in the middle we have a stressed syllable, and the beginning and the ending are unstressed syllable. So example, exam, 荷蘭. Japan is tone 6 plus tone 2, so it's unstressed syllable plus a question tone. Let's take sofa and what as the example. Sofa, what, what, 日本. Next one, a bit difficult. Canada is first tone plus 4 and 6. So it's one high tone plus 2 low tones. But as I said, the fourth tone is the lowest compared to 3 and 6. So when 4 and 6 appear together, you have to make 4 a bit lower than 3 and 6. Let's take this as the example. Photographer. Ta is the second syllable, which is stressed, so can be used as our high tone. Photographer. The last two sounds are unstressed, can be used as our low tones. But the second character is tone 4, so it's lower than the third character. Photographer. Canada. 最後一個, last one is South Korea. So number 1 is tone 4, number 2 is tone 3. So it's a low tone plus a low tone, but the first character is tone 4, so you have to make it even lower, a bit lower than the third tone. So let's take photographer as the example. Photographer. 韓國. 好，今日就到呢度。That's all for today. Today's practice is a bit confusing, or sometimes you might still be struggling with the tones, but you go through the video one more time, and you can also use some dictionary of Cantonese or to find some vocabulary and practice by yourself. No worries, next class we will provide you a lot of vocabulary for you to practice the tones, the ending sound, consonants, and vowels. Okay, so if you still have some questions, you can just leave your comments, or you can just visit our website if you want to have some tutoring classes. Okay, so that's all for my sharing for today, and thank you guys for coming again.